Imagine having instant access to cash whenever your business needs it, whether it's for a big opportunity, an emergency, or for everyday expenses. That's the power of business lines of credit. And in this video, I'll be giving you three banks that approve business lines of credit up to $50,000 and up with no documentation. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Chesley. I'm a business credit coach who's been funded well over $400,000 in business funding for my businesses. And I've helped over 100 entrepreneurs and business owners fund their businesses and their investments as well. On this channel, there's no BS. I'll never make a video on anything that I personally have not done for myself or for my clients. So the data points that I teach here are based off real world experiences from our clients who are getting funded every day and the daily. So you can always trust that when you're by my side, you're well taken care of. With that being said, let's get right into it. So let's start off. What's a business lines of credit, first of all? Business lines of credit is going to be different from the business credit cards. These are going to be typically a revolving loan that allows business owners to borrow money up to a certain credit limit. It gives access to a flexible amount of cash, and it can be used when needed, making it useful for a useful tool for managing cash flow and uncovering unexpected expenses as well, and also seizing new opportunities. Think of this as a financial safety net for your business. So a business lines of credit gives you revolving access to funds up to a certain limit, which can be accessed as cash whenever needed. This makes it way more flexible than a traditional loan. The key difference between a business credit card and a business line of credit is that the credit card are for better it's better for everyday use. Spending They have a spending with a smaller limit as well and rewards, while a business lines of credit is a lot more versatile with a larger borrowing capacity. Like cash, a business lines of credit can be accessed with and used with various ways. You can transfer to your checking account, a wired, or sent via ACH, making this a very valuable tool for managing your business's finances. So, why do banks mostly deny business lines of credit for new businesses? The general policies for banks are they require banks to be around 2 years in business to qualify for business lines of credit. Why is this? Is because statistically, 80% of businesses fail in the first 2 years. So, banks typically see business under 2 years as a very high risk. And what are the three banks that we're going to go for today? So the first one is going to be the Wells Fargo, the unsecured line of credit. So what you need here, they give over. So Wells Fargo, they give up to 10 to 150K for the business lines of credit. For the small business advantage line of credit, they give you $5,000 to $50,000. And this one does not require you to give any documentation. So what's required? You're going to need over a 680 credit score, a FICO score. So generally, Wells Fargo, they pull from Experian. They also do need a strong banking relationship for this to be done. Strong banking relationship means you have a couple of banking products with them, like a checking account, business account, a savings account, a business savings, business checking, and also a merchant account with them as well. So those will help you get a strong banking relationship, and it may make your years of business not really matter to them as much. Typically, Wells Fargo will give you about 10% of what you have in your business account as well. So if you have, let's say, $10,000 in there, they're willing to give you 100K in business lines of credit. And they also do have a 0% business credit card, so you can also check that one out as well. They do give you a pretty good limit, anywhere from 20 I've seen all the way to a 50K limit there. And this business lines of credit is unsecured business lines of credit as well, but it's only up to $50,000 that they will not require you to show any documentation. And our second bank is going to be PNC. So PNC, they give you anywhere from $20,000 all the way to $100,000 for their small business lines of credit. So there's no collateral required again. You just have to have over a 700 credit score. And this is going to be stated income. Your business age does have to be 2 years. I've seen people have 1 year of business age be able to get this business lines of credit as well. And I've seen someone get approved all the way up to $100,000 as well, like right here, between 20 to 100K. And PNC, they pull from Equifax. And they also pull from Equifax Small Business as well. And our last lines of credit is going to be KeyBank. KeyBank, they do give you all the way up to $500,000 for the business lines of credit, but you will need documentations to show that. So for KeyBank, the best practice is if you do want a no doc, no collateral loan, we would request only up to $50,000. So you don't have to show any documents at all. And KeyBank, they do require you to have 2 years of age, but you're going to have a 700 credit score. And they also pull from Equifax as well. And they do require you to have a strong banking relationship required, just like in PNC, just like with Wells Fargo. Everything they do require you to have a very strong banking relationship with them. And that's how they're going to give you the high limits as well for your business lines of credit. So if you don't have years of business, you don't have any revenue, you don't have any bank statements to show them, there is a way for you to get some business funding for your business. The most effective way would be to secure 100K plus in cash for a new business would be 0% business credit cards. This would be the most effective way for accessing capital for your business. And what is 0% funding? This is going to be typically in the form of business credit cards that offer introductory rate of 0%. The pairs range anywhere from 6 to 18 months. So, depending on the financial institution as well. This is a funding option particularly attractive because it requires no documentation and can be accessed quickly. Compared to business lines of credit, you don't have to have 2 years of age. This is going to be much easier for you if you're just starting a business brand new. So, like I mentioned before, what are the requirements for this? There's going to be no business age required. You don't have to show any revenue also. Just like your business lines of credit is going to be stated income and stated revenue. No business credit or net 30 accounts required. You don't have to build any business credit. You don't have to buy any tissue paper, toilet paper, any of that sorts from from all those net 30 accounts websites. And this is going to be the easiest way to fund a newly established business, like we mentioned before. For all of this, for business lines of credit, for 0% business credit cards, you do have to have over 700 credit required because you are personally guaranteeing the loan. So I recommend getting that fixed up before you do go ahead and go for the business credit cards or business lines of credit. So like I mentioned before, we practice what we preach. To show you our 0% funding approvals, we have Dexter, who has been approved 150K and 0% in under 90 days, just with a 2-year-old personal credit profile. And we also have JD, he went from 0 to 100K in less than 2 months for his fix and flip business. And we were able to get him 100K in less than 2 months. And we have other client approvals that goes on and on and on. We even have as high as 50K, even as high as 75K for a business credit card. All right, and to recap, the three banks that we're going to go for business lines of credit is going to be Wells Fargo, PNC, and KeyBank. The most important thing that we talked about today is building relationships with the banks before we go ahead and apply for these business lines of credit. So even if your business is not over 2 years of age yet, you can still go ahead, open up these business accounts and start building business relationships with them, even if your business is relatively new. So at least you could get a unsecured business credit card, start helping your business get some capital in to generate some more revenue. Before you get to that 2 years age mark, you already have all this business relationship built with the bank. Then you'll be able to get a much higher limit for the business lines of credit. And if you have any questions about this, comment below. I'd love to help you out. And as always, one-on-one help for business funding, get over 100K in business funding is in the descriptions below and in the pinned comment below as well. And this is CashflowChes. I'll see you guys in the next one.